Hey guys, this is Miss Recheck, and I just want to talk to you about writing in TEE format for an MLA style paragraph. So, when we write a whole essay, we're going to have a very specific formula that we're going to follow in my class. It is called the upside down triangle diagram, and I will be uploading videos and giving you outlines and different resources you can use when we do actually get into our essay. I decided to have your Gatsby final just be you kind of discussing and analyzing different parts and quotes and questions from the text. And so instead of writing an essay, you're going to just write several paragraphs answering questions. So we don't need to write an introduction, a body, a conclusion. We just need to know what the paragraph will look like. So I've written it up here on the board. I've also explained it on Canvas. But this is just kind of to let you see what this is like a little bit more. So we always will start with our topic sentence. And our topic sentence just tells what the paragraph is about. Now, if you have a full essay, the topic sentence will usually come from the thesis. But since you're not going to have an essay for this, you're just answering questions, your topic sentence is most likely going to be you restating that question in a statement form where it's basically like, you answering the question. Okay, so instead of them saying, like, what do you think about Gatsby? You can say, I think Gatsby blank, right? Fill in the blank. Okay. Then you have the second part of your paragraph, which is an example. And for the example, in this, you will use a quote. A quote is just something from the text that you're going to use to explain whatever it is that your question you're answering. So you need to go into the text, find a part that helps you answer it, pull that section out. When you have a quote, you will have about, when I wrote here, is 2 to 3 sentences. So I want to drop down and show you kind of what will fill in for a quote. So a quote, you need to introduce quote, which usually means like in the text, Gatsby says, or Fitzgerald says, or something. You just have to put something there. That is followed by a comma. Then you give the direct quote. If it's from the text, you literally write it exactly how it's stated in the text. Okay, then you need to cite that. And we know our author is Fitzgerald. And then if it's on page 21, you'd put that. And we put our period outside of the parenthesis. This is how you set up the quote. But you have one more job. After you put your period here, you need a one sentence explanation of just the quote. And the reason for that is because you have taken this information out of its context and you need to give the audience or the reader kind of a little detail about like, well, what is it? What was the context that this quote was in? What is this quote really saying? So I'm going to break this down even more. So this is how you write the whole part 2 example. You could say something like the text says, comma, give the quote, give your Fitzgerald citation. And then you would say, this quote shows. Okay, and then just tell me what it is. That helps you also lead into the third part of your paragraph, which is your explanation, and that's 5 to 7 sentences. In your explanation, it's really your thoughts, your story, your detail. It can be the analysis. It can be like what it is, the impact that this is making. So whatever your question is, when you really want to get down and answer, that part is going to be in the explanation. This is how you will write all of your paragraphs from here on out for this class and for the school year, and really for the rest of your life. You should write like this because this is the correct MLA way of writing a paragraph. Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know. And remember to set up your quote with the introduction, like the text says, or Fitzgerald says, or Gatsby replies by, whatever it is that you want to put. Then have your quote, use your citation, period on the outside of the parentheses, showing that all of this idea is one thing, one idea with the quote, and then you say this quote shows, or this quote explains, or this quote makes me think, okay, and then answer it. Then you can jump down and get into your third part of the paragraph, which is the most meaty, detailed part of the paragraph. You can see right here where it says 5 to 7 sentences to really explain and answer the question. So the whole outline here should be one sentence for the topic sentence, about 2 to 3 for a quote because you're setting it up like this. And then you have your explanation, which is about 5 to 7 sentences, making your paragraph a big, detailed, nice paragraph of about 10 sentences. So I hope everyone has a great day. Good luck. Happy writing. Email me if you have any questions.